I'm going to be honest, over the past few months, I've been getting a little bit bored playing Madden. Every single game has felt the same. Same formations, same route concepts, same reads. Essentially, everybody is running the same offense. So I decided I was going to do something different. I went looking for an offense that people aren't prepared for. It had to be able to attack every defense, it had to have legitimate bomb plays, and most importantly, it had to actually be fun again. And what I found completely changed the way that I'm playing offense. So in this video, I'm gonna show you the offense that I've been running. I'll break down a mini scheme of some of my favorite plays, and then I'm gonna take it into an online head-to-head game so you can see it in action. So for this offense, we're gonna be looking at the Carolina Panthers offensive playbook and the formation tight Y off. And as always, if you want access to this full scheme with even more unstoppable setups and one-play touchdowns, you can find it on WinMadden.com. All right, so the first play we're going to cover out of this game plan is going to be from the formation tight Y off, and the play is tight end corner. Now, this play is absolutely great. Like, it can be a play that you lean on like a huge chunk of the game because it can beat everything for you. Now, first and foremost, you need to know we're going to run this with our running back and our tight end to the wide side of the field. So you can see here the ball's on the left hash mark. Again, our running back and tight end are to the side of the field with more grass on it, aka the wide side, or aka also the field side. So to set this play up, what we're going to do is we're going to streak the inside slot receiver on the left, which is Y. We're going to put him in a streak route. We're going to post route our tight end, and then we're going to streak our running back. Now, what's so good about this is it spaces the field so well, and it dominates match coverage, and you can beat man coverage in it too. Like, it literally can beat everything for you. Right, so I'm going to start by showing this just against a stock cover 3. I'll show it against every type of defense here, but really the coverage doesn't matter. Whether they're in cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, doesn't matter whatsoever. Your read progression is going to go like this. You're first going to peek to that speed out route to the B receiver, because if they're in cover 4 quarters or cover 4 palms, it's just going to be free yards. I'll show you that when we get to it. Then you're going to look to the running back streak, and then you're going to make a high-low read between the tight end post route and the return route by X. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and snap it here. You can see the B route's covered, but the running back is just going to be wide open here, and we're going to take that for an easy 10 to 15 yards. Really simple. Force them to guard that, okay? Now, let's just pretend that they shade down, and again, doesn't matter the defense, but if they shade down to take away anything underneath, right? So now we shouldn't have the running back route, and we shouldn't have the return route by X, but you're going to see if they do that, then we're just going to have this tight end post route that we're going to be able to throw over the middle. We're going to pick up an easy 20 yards on it, okay? So it's very simple. If you're going up against any type of zone coverage, you're literally just saying, all right, are the yellow zones over the middle of the field, so these two guys right here, are they biting down or are they sinking back? One of them is also likely to be their user, so you got to pay attention to that a little bit. But it's a really simple read progression. So again, let's just pretend they're usering the running back. They're not shading down, so theoretically that hook curl should at least decently play the post route to the tight end. But if this happens, then you just know that you're going to have this route as a nice little late check down for an easy 5 to 7 yards, right? Really good, really annoying. It doesn't matter the coverage. Again, this is a cover 3, but it could be literally any coverage. Here's a cover 2. Let's just shade it down. Again, we'll take away the underneath stuff here. Here's our setup. Everything underneath is kind of taken away. Cool. Now I got the post route over the middle, and I'm picking up some really nice yards there. Okay, so really simple reads and really simple progressions against any type of zone. Now let's go to match defense. Here's a cover 4 quarters, right? Now I mentioned your first read is that B receiver. So let's set this up again. If they happen to be in a cover 4 quarters or cover 4 palms, you're going to just have a quick throw to this B receiver. He's going to be wide open, and you can just hit this for an easy 10 to 15 yards. It just forces them to not be in any type of match that's a cover 4 on that outside. They can't do it. Okay, so a lot of people will run match coverage only because most people don't know how to beat it consistently. So this is just a super simple way to beat it. The read is not hard, and again, he's going to be wide open. I just picked up 20 yards on a quick little speed out route, right? Not a lot to it, but really annoying to play against if you want to play a lot of match. Now let's go to man real quickly here. Here's a cover 1 man. This is not the greatest man beating play. right? So you're running this when you think your opponent's in zone or match, but your reads still say exactly the same. You're going to look to that speed out to B because he can beat man coverage, especially if you have a good receiver or you have a route running ability there. The post route can beat man, the return route can beat man, but ultimately none of them are great man beating routes. So again, like I said, it's not you had B there. We had the post route here too, but it's not ideally meant to beat man coverage, but it can still beat it if it needs to. So that's the first play in the scheme, tight end corner. It is just one of the best plays in the game, let alone one of the best plays in this scheme. And it really just makes your read progression easy, and it forces your opponent to essentially guard every part of the field. All right, now we're looking at the play cheat/wheel cross, right? It's a mouthful of a play name, but this play is really unique for a couple reasons. It does have a wheel route to the outside X receiver. That wheel route is very, very good, and it's going to help us essentially beat any zone coverage in the game. And I'll show you how glitchy that is. It is very similar to cross wheels. If you guys are used to me covering that play out of our Tampa Bay game plan, it is very good. All right, so to set this up, what we're going to do is we're going to streak the inside slot receiver on the left, which is Y. We're going to put him on a streak. And then we're going to drag route our tight end, and we're going to in route our solo receiver, and then we're going to custom stem him up 1 or 2 times. Completely up to you on which one you want to do with that. Kind of depends on how much time you think you're going to get in the pocket. But this is a great universal beating play, and then you can block your running back if you like. You can put him on a wheel route if you like. You can put him on a flat route again if you like. It's completely up to you. But ultimately, what we're looking to do is make our read progression from left to right. All right, so I'm going to start by showing this against the cover 3 defense, and the first read is going to be, and I'm going to show this against the cover 3 with a cloud flat out there, okay? So the cloud flat is going to be your first read. Just does that flat defender back up, or do they bite down? So we're just going to snap it here. They back up. I'm just going to hit this quick little wheel route, and we're going to gain 10, 15 yards, right? It is almost an insta read, and it's a very, very annoying play to go against. So let's just go against the cover 2. Cover 2 just stock has a cloud flat out there. We're going to do the exact same setup. Nothing changes here. This time I'll block the running back. Again, you see them back up. Cool. I'm going to hit this route, and we're going to gain some nice yards on it, right? Very easy. Now, what I do want to show you about this is it also glitches out match coverage. So if they're actually in a true match defense, set this up again. Here we go. You're going to see that that match will not guard the wheel route. And again, you're just going to hit him. And you're going to pick up some easy yards. But you have to be ready to throw this, right? It can't be something you're late on. It's got to be something that kind of, you go into practice mode and you just kind of run it a few times against random defenses by the CPU, okay? Now, what if they shade their coverage down, right? So here's a cover 3 shaded down now. Well, this is where this wheel route actually tends to be a little bit better than the one in cross wheels because it gets up the field faster. And why that benefits you is because if they are in a hard flat, then you can just throw it right behind him. And because he gets up the field so fast, like, you don't really have to wait that long. It just becomes a really easy throw. And I'll show this in instant replay here. Again, I'm just reading this guy right here. He bites down, cool, I'm just gonna wait. He even bites to the inside because of the drag route here, but you can see how wide open this throw is now, and it's just an easy dot. Like, we're picking up 15 to 20 yards. And this will work against any zone coverage, right? So let's go to cover 4, and I'll go to cover 4 and I'll shade it down, right? So cover 4 hard flats, same exact setup here. We'll block the running back this time. Again, you see a hard flat on the outside, you just wait on him, pass lead this straight down, and we're picking up 15 to 20 yards, right? Really annoying. Again, that works against any zone coverage over there. The other thing that I will show you is if they do go, let's just shade this down again. We'll go cover 3, shade down, shade up. If they do go cloud flats and you just miss the insta throw, right? Just for whatever reason, you're not confident in it, and you just like, wait, I should have thrown that right away. You can still wait for them to clear the cloud flat, and then you can hit that down the field, okay? So even if you don't make the right read right away, you can wait on them to clear the cloud flat, and you can still throw it against any type of zone coverage, okay? Now, let's take a look at the other routes, because this isn't just a wheel route quick throw, right? Even though that's our main read, it's not necessarily what we need to throw. Now, let's just say they're playing really solid, just cover 3 defense. They're even switch sticking to the left side to take away that wheel route. Well, that is where we're going to start looking at the drag route and the in route. They're not only a high-low read, they're also spaced really well, where the drag route's going to win and then the B receiver is going to win. It's going to be really, really good. So what we're reading on this is we're reading the yellow zones in zone coverage over the middle of the field. So if they're in zone, we're just reading those yellows. Do they back up or do they bite down? They back up? Cool. We're just going to take the tight end drag route, right? We're going to turn a 3-yard pass into something that we can rack up the field for 5, 10, maybe even 15 yards like we did in that case. If they shade down, again, the type of zone coverage doesn't matter. Cover 2, cover 3, cover 4, doesn't matter at all. You don't need to make that read pre-snap. If they bite down, here we go, whoops. We'll just go 1 click up. If they bite down, then you just already know you can wait on this B, as we get screamed at here, but you can wait on the B receiver and you can throw it behind him. I forgot to shade down there. So we'll shade down. Something like this. Here we go. And you're going to see, now I'm going to have that B receiver behind them, and we're going to be able to hit that over the middle. And here we even turn it into a 1-play score, right? So that is zone defense. Let's talk about man, because I did mention this is a universal beating play. Let's go to cover 1. Now, the routes on the left are not going to beat man. They just won't. It's not something that you can throw against man coverage, but the routes on the right, they will. So again, we're going to snap the football, drag routes there. We're just going to take it, right? Now, the beauty of this is if the drag route isn't there, you're still going to have the in route. So the user's going to have to guard both of those somehow. We'll go cover 2 man here. Same thing. If it is man coverage, I almost always still put the running back on something, because otherwise his defender will just drop into his own coverage. But we'll snap it. Here, the drag route's open, but here we're going to hit the B receiver, and we've got him over the middle. So this is just such a good play because, again, it just beats everything, and it opens up your offense and forces, again, your opponent to defend every part of the field in every part of the defense. The only thing they don't have to worry about is kind of the far right side of the field in this case. So that is a great play. It's the second play in our scheme, but let's get to the final one. All right, so for our final play, again, we're in the formation tight Y off, and this is going to be the play mesh spot. Now, what's so good about this play is you have this really annoying old school fade route, and you can see him on the X receiver right there. That is a man press killer. That will essentially say if they're going to press us, they have to have deep safety help down the field. And this is the play I love to go to when I know my opponent's running man, and especially when I know my opponent's sending pressure and running man, because that means they do not have deep safety help, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at this here. I'm going to show this against mid blitz. This is going to be kind of the defense you want to run this against. A lot of people will bring this guy down or stand in this area, something like this, right? So what we're going to do is we will go ahead and make sure, like always, our running back and our tight end, which is our RB and A receiver, they're to the wide side of the field, okay? Now to set this up, if I think they're blitzing, we're going to go ahead and block the running back, right? Very simple from that standpoint. And then we're going to in-route our B receiver, and then we're going to custom stem him up 1 or 2 times, completely up to you. Normally I do it 2 times, okay? Now, from here, if they do not press, you will have these drag routes and the in route, and you just literally need to make a read, right? Which one do I have? That time I actually had both of them, and they're going to win fast, and they're going to win pretty easily. That tight end can never be pressed because he's a tight end. He's going to win pretty much immediately every time. And then the drag route by Y is kind of a weird drag route. It's not a drag route that you hot route. You can see that one goes a little bit farther up the field first, where this one just immediately cuts. It's actually really hard to guard this in man coverage because of the actual route that he's on, right? So let's go ahead and press now. So this is something that opponents will do just because if they think they can get just a little bit of press on you, they will be able to get home in mid blitz. So we're going to set it up exactly the same, right? We're going to block the running back. We're going to put the B receiver on an in route, custom stem him up a few times. Your first read, if you think they might be pressing, is to always look to that X receiver. If you see him get jammed off the line, you should be looking to throw him almost no matter what if they don't have deep safety help. Now you can see here, there is no deep safety help back there. There's not even a chance they have a deep safety help over there. So what that means is I'm looking for the bomb. So we snap the football, he just flies by him, and we just have an easy lob, and we're gonna get an easy 1-play score, right? That old school fade route, it's not in a lot of plays. It's in a number of plays throughout the game, but being able to have one where you can beat man coverage like this just makes life so much easier. So we'll just do this again. We're gonna press. We'll bring this guy down here. And again, if they don't end up pressing, that's fine. We still have the drag routes and the in route, but we're gonna block our running back, right? So we'll just do this one more time. I'm gonna do the press version of it, and then I'll show you just when they fake the press too. So we snap the football, he blows right by him. And again, we just throw an easy lob pass and we're scoring a touchdown, okay? Now, what if they end up with deep safety help, or what if they fake the press, right? That can totally happen. So here, I'm gonna press and then I'm gonna shade over the top. So it looks like I'm pressing, but I'm not actually gonna press here. But again, we're gonna in route that B receiver, block our running back, okay? So I'm still looking to X, right? I'm looking at him. This time I don't see any jam animation, so he's not there. And we'll just take the quick drag route. I could have hit the in route, could have hit the other route as well. So it's a great man beating play, and it just makes life really easy, especially against the players that love to run a lot of heavy man pressure, kind of like mid blitz here. Now let's take this scheme into an online head-to-head gameplay so you can see it in action and just how effective it is. And as always, if you want access to this full scheme with even more unstoppable setups and one-play touchdowns, you can find it on WinMadden.com. Let's get to the gameplay. All right, here we go. So we're gonna get the ball first. We're Carolina, which could be a little bit of an adventure, but I think they've got a pretty decent team. I was just looking at their depth chart before the game, and you know, there's nothing like excellent about it, but there's nothing bad about it necessarily either. All right, so we got a ton of different options that we can go to here. I'm not entirely certain what we're seeing on defense. It kind of looks like man, but not 100% certain. So we're gonna give this just a little universal beater here and just kind of make the reads out of it. So here, I think we're gonna have to just take the check down to the tight. Oh wow, we missed the throw. Take the check down to the tight end, but just literally whiffed on it somehow. It just bulldozes through the middle. What is this? He's sending 5 every play here, it looks like. All right, we'll see what we get here. Just got the quick read, we're gonna take it. Get our easy first down, right? Opening drive, a little bit of struggle so far, but it shouldn't be too bad as we move forward. All right, gonna see what his defense looks like here. Probably gonna guard this. He does not. He's gonna cover 2. We just didn't get a block. Nice little dot to the tight end here. All right, good first down. I don't have anything here. Just gotta chuck it away. All right, second down. Nice little dot, good catch. We're gonna hang on to it. Just have to take this and still knocks it out. Good defense. God, we had him for a touchdown. Just yelled at us there. We had the blocking set up right, just still got yelled at. Just gotta check down here. I think we go for it. Why not? All right, we got multiple different reads here. Just got to kind of make the quick one, I think. We got it. Let's go. It's such an annoying play. Such an annoying play. All right, that was a tough drive. His switch stick is all over the place. Like, it is legitimately all over the place. So we just got to be a little bit careful on offense. It's probably too far. Just a hair too far. Brought it out though. It's good. Good tackle. All right, let's play some defense. We should be there. I like when we get there a little bit faster, but we should be there. Oops. Doesn't have him, no way. No way he completed that on the run. Jeez, Jordan Love. I got switched on a defensive lineman. He's got big yards. Oh wait, God. That's not even the guy that was open. All right, well, we'll take our time going down the field. We'll play the clock game a little bit. Now we know what he wants to do on defense too. Good catch. He did a better throw there. Like, I'm pass leading that to the left, and he's still just throwing it right at him. Good throw. All right, that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. All right. Good dot. Let's go. Yeah, we need that interior line to hold up just a little bit better there. Nice little dot. Keep the clock moving. Make him call timeouts now. Oh, that went way faster than I thought it would. Ooh, we only have 8 seconds. Shoot. That is not going to give me 3 downs down here. That was a big mistake. Okay. All right. Not a good mistake there. All right, so he's back in double mug. See how he defends this. Doesn't. All right, touchdown. Good. All right, good drive. Great drive. Perfect time. Moved down the field a lot easier than the first drive there. Really good. God, I keep doing that too far. Yeah, he's gonna let that go. All right. Don't care what he does at a bunch X nasty here. I don't think there's anything that can bomb me with 5 deep like this. Good pick. Can we get points? Nope. All right, good half though. A lot of regs Madden, like playing regular Madden, not Ultimate Team or even Dynasty kind of applies to this, is literally clock management. Can you get the last possession? And can you get the extra possession even on your opponent? So that's kind of the position we're in here. We do have the luxury of, we got the ball first and we essentially got the ball last to start the, or for the first half there. So like that position a lot. All right, we're just gonna throw a little mix up in here, play a little hybrid coverage. So I can't get my words out. Worry about that RPO pretty much on every snap here. So I don't think he can throw that crosser pick. Let's go. All right, good defense now. And he's out of here, so we'll take that. That was a pretty good opponent. Like, he played some really good defense. He switch sticking all over the place, so it's a nice little win to get. Now, this offense is great, and you're going to score a lot of points. But in order to become a better Madden player, you have to be able to get stops as well. So if you like this video, you should check out this video next, where I show you the most overpowered defense in the entire game.